Redfall might be the single most embarrassing game I have ever seen in my life. My God. Arcane Studios, what are you doing? Ever since Microsoft got their fucking hands on you, you've become an absolute joke. A vampire shooter. Yes, the folks who once pumped out Dishonored have stooped to the low of making a co-op vampire shooter. What the fuck happened to this world? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dead Metal. I bring you the truth. I bring you integrity-filled, no filtered takes on the absolute trash dominating the gaming industry. And I'm surprised there aren't more people talking about this regurgitated pile of trash, Redfall. You know what this is going to be? This is going to be Left 4 Dead with vampires. Maybe not quite horde-style enemies, but we seem to be in the era. I thought this was done 10 years ago. Shame on me for believing that horrible trends in gaming could die and stay dead. But I thought we were past the era of shoehorned in horde modes and multiplayer focused games with the monsters from the 80s flair. We don't need it. Not that the asymmetrical multiplayer trend was any better, but Redfall looks like an absolute joke. This just goes to prove that Microsoft buying up studios, you can effectively coffin them up, put them in the ground, and declare them dead. Because there is no way the Arcane that I know, the Arcane that put out the absolute bangers like Dishonored and Dishonored 2 and Prey, would ever stoop to the low of Redfall. These are single-player focused experiences, and they're putting out a multiplayer vampire shooter. Guaranteed that grubby Phil Spencer had his fucking hands all over this one. He needs those live service games so he can continue to line his fucking pockets and his fucking wallet. It's a joke. Don't pay for this trash. Redfall is going to be the absolute end of the gaming industry. I mean, vampires in 2021, I thought we all grew up, all right? Twilight was 2008. Come on. I bet you $100 the vampires sparkle in this game. What a fucking joke. And of course, we get a CG trailer. We get no gameplay. That's just Microsoft style. You know, we're going to show you CG. We're going to try to hook you. We're going to actually blow the nut that is our budget on the CG trailer, and we're going to leave the bare minimum for game development. That's how they're treating all these studios they buy. You talk about AA developers being upgraded to AAA developers and all these like mid-range studios they bought. All they're doing is dumping funds into fancy, flashy CG trailers with nothing of substance, and they're letting the studios fall by the wayside. And they're going to get a lot of people with it too, because the common individual, the common Joe, is unlike you and me. They're not going on the internet searching out alternative, unpopular opinions on these games. They're seeing the flashy graphics. They're expecting the game to be very, very similar to the advertisement they saw, and by the time they have paid for the digital download and they see it, or they have bought their copy off of a retail store, they get home and put the disc in their system and they load it up, it's too late. Microsoft is already laughing all the way to the fucking bank, and Daddy Phil Spencer's out enjoying a nice steak dinner on their dollar. It's too late at that point. The game's gonna suck. They've dumped too much money into the CG trailers. There's just nothing left there. There's no budget room for the budget. The game itself is gonna flop. If somehow, by some miracle, Redfall is commercially successful, it will be in spite of itself, because Microsoft have proved time and time again that their studio management skills are zilch. They are a software company that never should have entered video games. But what are we supposed to expect? The best indicator of future behavior is past behavior, and Microsoft has shown that they are inept at management. And Arcane, rest in peace, Arcane Studios. I can see that your entire future of video games that you're going to be putting out is going to be trash like Redfall. I'm not giving you an ounce, a fucking penny from my wallet, because quite frankly, you don't deserve it, and Microsoft is a scummy ass company.